up, send you the link so you can share it out amongst your millions and millions of followers.
So do you think we're going to have a female president ever?
I think we will. I'm not nearly as racist as Bernie Sanders, you know.
I hate Bernie, dude. Like, I am so
Why?
not a Bernie.
Like
I
you're
don't
not
know.
a
It's just his voice just kills me. He's like the old man down the street that thinks he knows everything. I just don't like him. That and he's like 95 years old or some shit. And I don't like old people.
he's a little bit
I'm
old.
he's a lot old. Like he has the gobble thing on his neck. That's how you can tell he's really old. It's like an old turkey talking.
That's true. It is kind of like an old turkey talking. Let's see. All right, so we are officially live. I'll let you share it out. Let your people get a couple minutes to get in before we start really diving into everything.
All right. Did you share it on Facebook? Yeah, there we go.
You know, it's only 7:30 in the morning. I'm sure everyone's awake by now.
Seriously doubt that.
Are you telling me people don't wake up at an insane time to listen to political podcasts?
Yeah, probably not at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay, that's fair. I could see that.
I don't really have Bernie Sanders with my Cheerios very often.
Yeah. Who knows? I bet Bernie Sanders is out looking at podcasts right now. You know, if he's 98 years old, he doesn't sleep.
And he's probably still in the morning bathroom doing his morning thing. Old people are
Yeah,
slow in things.
they are. They are. Yeah. No, I'd agree to that.
Bernie's probably eating Metamucil this morning.
No. He needs his tapioca in the morning. That made him useless for the evening. That's to get that last little train leaving the station.
Nice.
Ah, go through here. But yeah, do you like Tulsi Gabbard? Tulsi Gabbard was one of my favorite ones for a while. I really did like
What did you
her.
think of Tulsi?
I don't know. She just seemed really honest. She seemed genuine, and I think that's what you're having a problem with in the DNC is just someone being genuine, someone just being upfront. Like look at Bernie. Bernie, whether you like him or not, he is honest. I mean, he's definitely never lied to anyone. I mean, he's
I guess he's just so old though. I can't get over the old factor. Like this is 2020. We need a young candidate. We've got to have someone young.
well, someone that can actually live the 4 years. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
I mean,
Uh,
Trump is no spring chicken. He's on up there too.
he is, but he doesn't look it. Like if you
He doesn't
looked
look.
at him,
I think his health shows it. Like he had the scare previously. A few months ago, he secretly went to the hospital, and no one really knows why. They said it was a checkup, but it really wasn't part of his physical. I don't know. He's got some stuff going on, and he has the Adderall addiction. Trump's. There's a lot of speculation that he's on the Adderall.
well, the mayor of Toronto was on crack, so and he did a great
I
job.
mean, it happens.
I mean,
It, it happens. Lots of addicts in office. I suppose it comes with the power trip.
don't get me wrong. I'm not for my elected officials being on crack or Adderall, but at the same
So,
time, it's like if they gotta be, they gotta be.
so if you had to choose one drug for your elected official to be on, what would it be? I
Oh
mean,
god.
Adderall is not a bad choice. They're up more, they think more, they have more thoughts, they're more productive. If you have to choose a drug, it's not a bad option.
I guess it depends on what's going on in the world. Like if we're in peacetime, there's no major conflicts, anything like that. I want them smoking weed. I don't want them getting into another war.
I can agree with that. It's just laid back. Can you imagine Trump smoking marijuana? Like it would be a whole like I might could stomach Trump on marijuana. If Trump was a weed smoker, I might even could vote for him.
Mike could vote for him. That's a big
I,
change in the last 3 years.
I think that's the one thing that would get a lot of Democrats voting for Trump is if he enacted via executive order or got it through Congress federal legislation for the legalization or non-criminalization of marijuana, Trump would win in a landslide. There's no one that could beat him.
No, no, there's no one that would. Because, I
And I
mean,
have to wonder if Trump won't pull that out of his back pocket, not to say he will deliver it, but if he won't pull it out of his back pocket closer to the election as something to run on, whether he can deliver it or not, I think he's going to pull that out.
oh, yeah. Well, it just makes sense. I mean, if he thinks this impeachment is going to really hurt him, he'll pull that out of his back pocket. And oddly enough, he's not really smart enough to pull it out and not deliver on it because he does. That's just what he does. If he says he's going to do something, he's
Well, it's
going to
his
damn well
second
do
term.
it.
He could pull it out and start the process, and it can never be finished in the 4 years. It could be stalled and going through committees and review, and he could start the process and say he lived up to it and let the other president, the next one kill it or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's a point he should probably run on, whether he does it or not, if he wants to win.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. So let's go ahead and go over here to the main screen. So I can see you, you can see me. There we go. All right, so let's talk about this. So I guess everyone, welcome, all people. This is Jason Steen. He's from Scoops Nashville. He's kind of a big deal over there. Scoops Clarksville as well. And we're going to be talking about the DNC debate and kind of who's got a shot in hell at winning this thing because there's like 80 of them.
Yeah, no one's gonna win.
No one's going to win.
No one's gonna win. We're all screwed.
Oh, that sucks. That's a buzzkill. So let's see. Let's go through here. So, who do we want to talk about first? Are we want to start off on the Yang game, start on a high note, or do we want to start off on the old Bernie and start on the low note?
I mean, let's start up with Yang Gang. He's offering the most to Americans, I think. He's got the most promising ideals, whether or not they're realistic of any of the candidates. He wants to give everybody money. Who can say no to that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone's handing out free money, I'm not a moron. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna be like, yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about some free money. I like free stuff. But at the same time, I also know that every business is gonna be like, so I want that
I
thousand
mean, the money
dollars.
out of someone's pocket. So at
Yeah,
the end of the day, someone is paying for someone else. So it's kind of like socialism when you say,
it's a lot like socialism. Yeah. So for what
yeah, but
I
it's
Yeah, it's pretty much socialism, but a little more freedom. It's like a free version of socialism. True socialism is the government tells you, okay, this money's going to go to food, this is going to go to housing, this is going to go this is going to go to that. Yang's like, hey, it's socialism, but we don't give a shit what you do with the money. Go buy a
so it's
hooker.
kind of like China meets Norway.
Yeah, a little bit more like that. A little bit of capitalism thrown in there. Like, hey, you have the money. If you want to start a business, great. If you want to fuck an Asian prostitute, you can do that as well. That's
How about
possible.
it? You're
Uh,
not restricted to your food stamp card.
exactly. Which I would
I
agree
think he has
with
a lot of
more.
winning though. I mean, he's idealistic, but he's not pulling. I mean, the dude's not going to go anywhere. He's probably the next to drop out.
He probably is, unfortunately. And I kind of hate it because Yang's one of those very few candidates that I feel is kind of honest and truthful about, hey, um, I'm going to get you a lot of money, and that's all I really have to offer.
So
And
we
that's the
kind of
thing.
talked about this pre-show though. Do you feel that a candidate can be too honest? Do you think that honesty is hurting any of the Democrat candidates?
No, no, I think the lack of honesty is hurting them. I think the lack of being just honest with themselves is hurting them more than anything. Because when you look
I
at
mean,
Trump, look at how he won the 2016 election. He just told you what he was going to do, and if you didn't like it, he told you to basically go suck the biggest dick he could find. I
well,
mean
speaking
that
of that, I mean, Mayor Pete has been a little too honest though. He's been like, "Hey, I'm going to take away your guns." I think that hurt him.
that hurt him. That was too honest.
Yeah,
So,
so I think there's a little bit.
eh,
They've been a little too open, I think, in politics. They didn't know what they were getting into, I think.
well, okay. So if you're going to be that upfront and that honest, you got to be a Trumpian esque type of person. Like we expect Trump not to lie to us because he's not a politician. He's just a businessman, and businessmen just tell you, "Hey, I'm doing this. I'm buying your house for $100,000, and you're freaking grateful for it, and you're going to be happy about it."
You're gonna take the money and be happy and smile.
Yeah,
Here's a jar of lube.
yeah. Here you go. Be happy. Be grateful. I offered you 100,000 for your house. I could have offered you five. So now Pete Buttigieg, I think the only thing that he shouldn't have probably been so honest on is the taking the AR-15s, taking the guns. I think he should have kept that in his back pocket because nothing Trump has promised has violated the Constitution. He didn't come in and say, "Hey, I'm going to let you stream fire in movie theaters." I want that level of freedom of speech. Pete Buttigieg's like, "Hey, Second Amendment, fuck that shit. Get that out of here. That's stupid. You don't need guns. What do you need guns for?"
And that's a major voting point for a lot of Americans is the Second Amendment. A lot of them will totally disqualify a candidate based on their view on guns.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, Jason, you've known me for years. How many guns have I ever really kept in my house?
Have I
Zero.
don't know of any. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know of any.
yeah. I have my first gun, the Russian assault rifle I got from a good friend of mine, and I hope to never load it. I hope to never use it. I mean, that's
I
my
mean,
general thought
I have
process.
I have a carry permit. It's sitting in my desk right across the room there here at the office. We are a proud. In fact, we just posted a job this morning, and one of the job benefits is that we are a Second Amendment friendly employer. In fact, I would say probably 10% of our employees carry, and just kind of the business we're in, it's kind of required sometimes to just to have that extra layer of protection. But
Yeah.
we advertise as a job benefit, so I mean we're all about that.
So, where would you say that you lie on the political spectrum? Because I know last election you were all about Hillary.
And Hillary could walk in the door right now, and every one of these candidates would drop out because they would be pointless to run. She would beat Trump hands down. And I still believe, and people call me crazy, and this is why you have me on here because I have this wild, crazy view. None of the candidates that are currently in this lineup will be the Democratic nominee. I firmly believe that. None of
Really?
those. It'll really. And I saved that. I didn't tell you that pre-show. I wanted to kind of drop it on you. I don't believe that any of the current candidates. If you follow my Twitter, you would have seen it. But yeah, I don't believe that any of the current candidates will have the Democratic nomination. It will be contested at the convention.
So you're saying, I mean, now let's be serious. Let's talk
Someone,
about Joe Biden.
someone's
Joe
going to pop
Biden.
up.
Hmm?
Someone's going to pop up between now and then.
You think someone's going to pop up? You don't think old Joe's going to get it, or
Nope.
um,
And they've missed two states where they would have to register at, but those two states are not even consequential in the number of electoral votes they would need.
really?
That's my opinion, and it's going to be female. I think.
You think it's going to be female? Okay, because
I do.
I was and now I love Ben Shapiro. I love listening to him because mainly it bugs the shit out of my wife and she hates it because he talks at like 900 miles an hour and she can't understand the little Jewish kid. He posted something on Daily Wire last night that Hillary was saying she's really got an urge to run again.
Yeah, it's
Now,
going to happen.
here's the thing: Hillary runs again, it's a guaranteed win for Trump because you get right
It's
back
all
into that. Right back in that situation? I don't like Trump, but Hillary kills people. So
I mean,
let's hide under Trump's wing.
a few people have ended up dead.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, Trump's killed people long term though. Flint, Michigan, he just rolled back a lot of crazy regulations for the EPA and water. I mean, he's his long term moves will end up killing more people. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if Hillary's had some folks end up dead that ended up on the wrong side of her. You can't
Yeah.
disagree with that.
No, no. Hey,
Let's see
Darian
it.
Otter. What's up? Know that you are loved and you absolutely matter. Well, thank you. That's super nice. Sorry about that. I had a comment come through.
Oh
Uh,
no, you're good.
apparently we're loved and we definitely absolutely do matter. So that's good.
Aw-
Now I feel better. I'm a little more happy now. So no, I mean if Hillary runs,
You
it's
got my chuckles on here, or do they know your real name?
hmm? Oh, they
Do
know
they
my
know your
real
real?
name.
Or you just okay? All right. I
Yeah, I
didn't want to
go.
slip up and say it if you were being anonymous or anything.
No, no, no. There's no point being anonymous, especially if you're going to show your face. Now, like if I
Right.
was like no bullshit or Centaz says or something like that, then yeah, yeah.
So
Then I'd like.
if you had to pick one person that you thought would go up against Trump and win from the Democratic Party, who would you pick?
So if I had to pick one person to go for the Democratic Party, whew,
They don't have to be current in there.
who would I
Who do you
want?
think
That
could defeat Trump if you had to choose someone that could?
I hate to
You
say
think
it. So if you look at it logically, I hate to say it, but Bernie would be a good candidate if the DNC would quit just not letting him run. I mean, they just bomb him every time. If he could get CNN, MSNBC, NBC on his back,
I
um,
think CNN has already disqualified Bernie. I mean, they gave him some shit at um, the last debate. They didn't do him any favors.
yeah, no, yeah, I'm sorry. I just love the thing where there's like Elizabeth Warren. Did Bernie call you sexist things? Did Bernie say sexist things? Yes, he did. Bernie, did you say these things? No, I didn't. Elizabeth Warren, why did Bernie say sexist things to you? What the
Right.
hell, CNN? Screw you. See, if the party would get behind someone like Bernie and Yang, like a Bernie Yang ticket would win. Or
A
not. A
Bernie
Bernie
Yang
Yang
ticket,
ticket would
that's
win.
interesting. So you get the
Because,
old man and the young. You get the giveaway money, the giveaway health care.
yeah.
That's an interesting pair up.
Well, okay, Yang's young enough that he's not going to die anytime soon. Let's just be honest. He's
Right.
not.
I mean, he has no chance of winning on his own.
No, he doesn't. But if he could, the Yang gang is vividly in love with Andrew Yang. They do.
Absolutely.
I mean, Andrew
And
Yang
Bernie
pulls out his penis.
or,
Everyone's
or
like, "Hey, what's this? Can we touch this? This is our new
well, they're
god."
considered the same way with the old man though.
Yeah, the
And there's a
Bernie
lot of
Bros.
young Bernie bros, a lot of
Yeah.
young college kids. What about Warren though? I mean, are we just discounting her out of the election? She's the primary female running. Do we think she's just gonna go away
She
quietly?
no, she botched it. She called Bernie sexist, and that was it. That was it for her campaign.
You think she ruined it? That was the end of her.
That was the end of her because even Joe Biden knows better than that. I mean, everyone knows that you look at Bernie, you can't call him sexist. I mean, there are tapes of him back in the 60s, 40s, even the 1820s of him saying, hey, a woman could be president. Even before America was founded, there's still video footage of him saying a woman could be president. He
Even
didn't even
before
know what
America,
America was.
you're showing his age there.
A little bit, a little bit.
I don't know. I don't think enough young people are going to vote for Bernie. But then again, the old people in America, go vote in droves from nursing homes on buses. So I mean, he might have a shot.
Well, and that's going to be the whole thing. If Bernie could actually get to a general election against Trump and have Yang Gang behind him, he would win. I mean, there'd be no chance for Trump to win
I
at
never
that point.
considered a Bernie Yang ticket. I had never that thought had never crossed my mind.
Yeah. And now, don't get me wrong. Do I think it'd be good for the economy? Do I feel it'd be good for policy? No, no, not giving free stuff away all the time. It's not good for
Social
policy.
Security would be shut down in a few years, and everybody making $1,000 a month would. I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, what would you do? Does everyone get it? Do you just get it if you're not working? How does that work? There's so many questions about what Yang wants to do and how we would pay for it. I don't know. I
So,
just don't think it's feasible.
well, okay. So I've done a little bit of research into it, and yes, I would love to see the debate between Bernie and Trump. That would be a wondrous debate of Trump
I
calling
could not
Bernie
sit
old
through.
and Bernie demanding pudding.
I mean, just Bernie's voice alone just puts me off. Like I could not sit through that debate. I would have to watch it on mute with subtitles.
But could you vote for Bernie if Yang was behind him?
No, I'm not voting for an old person. I'm going to be ageist here. I
You
mean, I'm
could,
40. I'm not voting for someone that could die in office. Not happening.
but you'd
I mean,
have
even
Yang right behind him.
right. I don't know. I don't know. He's old. He's just not with it. Like, was he not at the? I think it was the first debate, and he tried to give out the web address, and he was like, "Go to www text 33315.
No, no, no. That was Joe Biden. That was Joe
Is
Biden.
that Biden? Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's the other person in the debate. I can't. I just can't do an old person. Like we need young people in politics. Sure, you got to be 35 to be president or whatever it is, but there's no requirement that says you can't run until you're 80, and half our candidates are like 80 years old.
Yeah.
I don't feel any of these old people in office have any relation to, millennial America.
Oh, I think you got a question. Did you vote for Trump? He's an old person. No, actually, Jason voted for Hillary, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Hillary, I'm a Hillary supporter, absolutely, and
See,
I
and
think
I
she'll probably
voted for Trump.
back in.
So,
You did. We
but
had a wager, I think, at the last election. I stole you some drinks.
yeah, you still owe me some drinks. So, maybe I'll have to come down when you open up that Arkansas office, or maybe you'll have to
Right?
come down and give me some drinks then. But okay, so Joe Biden. Let's talk about
Oh
the
boy.
one that's going to get the nomination if no one steps up, because they're just, yeah, no, we are two totally different sides of the spectrum. That's why I love to have this, because I love to talk to people that are as opposite of me as I can get
Yeah,
to get
otherwise
as
you're just
many
in an echo
views.
chamber all day and you only hear the same thing. If you don't talk to other people who disagree, you never learn. You
Yeah.
never expand your views.
Now, don't get me wrong. I would love to be on Ladder of Cutter or the Sunday Special with Ben Shapiro, but I don't want an echo chamber. But no, let's talk
So old
about
Biden.
old Biden. Let's. Why can't he put a sentence together?
Why can't he keep his hands off women? I mean, let's
Okay,
just say,
yeah. Okay, so let's be honest. Every time that I see him like with a younger woman or a little girl, he's like, "Ooh, let me get behind you and smell your hair."
I like
Yes.
and smell your hair. And I don't know if he's so old he doesn't know what he's doing, if he thinks it's still 1920. I mean, I don't know what the dude's problem is. I really think he has some like dementia or something. And I don't know. Like, I mean, he's not a bad, he wouldn't make a bad politician, I guess. I mean, he got the experience, but I don't know. He just has too much negative stuff around him going on.
Oh, now that's me. Don't call him a pedo just because he likes to smell little girls' hair. When he touches
I
little
mean,
girls, then he's a
he said
pedo.
Biden touches underage women.
Yeah, I mean, if he's touching underage women, then no, I don't want him as president. I want him castrated.
I mean, he's not having sex with them that we know of. He's just like touching them and hanging on to them. That's wildly inappropriate.
All
Like if
right.
you walked up to a school as at your age and put your hands on the back of some girl's head and rubbed her hair, you'd be in jail in 3.4 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what?
And on a registry or two.
I got an idea. I know how we can make Joe Biden a better candidate. I will fix Joe Biden's candidacy. We get the oldest, angriest nun, give her a hard as hell ruler, and every time Joe Biden goes to touch something, just let her just whack the shit out of his hand.
So if you think Biden's going to get it, who is he going to pick for his vice, and who should pick his vice?
Who he should pick for his vice? If he wants to. So
Because
who
there's
he's
one
going
right.
to pick and who he should pick are two different things. I have no idea who he's going to pick. I wish I did. Um, who
I mean,
he
obviously he's
should.
Warren.
Yeah, he should pick Warren.
I think he will.
You think he will?
I think he will. He gets the women's vote. He
Yeah.
gets, I mean, more old people votes, I guess.
You
I,
know
I don't know.
what? If we get
I
enough
think it.
support, I'll make the Warren or the Nunn versus Biden thing happen. Give me enough support.
I don't know if Warren would accept with his history with women, but I don't know. I think if he wants a nomination, I think that's who he's got to go with.
Okay, so Biden was really centrist, like Obama. And I'll say this Obama was pretty centrist when it came down to a lot of policies and stuff. He wasn't too far left. The problem with Biden is Biden's looking at all these super left candidates and thinking, oh, I need to be over there with the main people. No, no, Biden, you
Yes.
get back to the center. That's how Obama won. He was centralist enough to get
And
some
stayed the
people.
whole time. Like he
Yeah,
didn't dip in those issues on either side. He was right in the middle of the road.
yeah, and he was a pretty centralist president. Now, of course, some of us felt he was far left, some of us felt he was just regular left, but he was really looking back at him now in comparison to like AOC, Elena Damar, some of these other representatives and candidates like Warren and Bernie. He's fucking center of the field. I mean, he's as center as you can get, but he's keeps going left and left and left, and it's like, no, 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 bite, bite, bite. You center of the road. See the white light? Yeah, you just follow that shit right down the center, and you'll be golden. You got this. But one thing that he's got to log down is he's got to log down that Obama endorsement.
Yeah, I don't think that means what it used to mean, though.
It doesn't mean what it used to mean, but for the black vote, he's got to lock it down because Trump's making some progress on the black vote. I mean, he really is.
I don't
Um,
see that at all.
really? So I looked it up just a couple days ago. He's got a 34% approval with black voters. That's higher than any other Republican probably has ever been.
Wow.
I mean, that is ridiculously high. Like George Bush was like at 15.
Well,
But
it's tax season now, so let's see after April and everyone gets their tax returns and see how they feel about that.
well, okay, so a part of black culture is with certain black cultures, and I've learned this from A, having black friends, and B, watching enough black TV that, everybody
Oh
hates
God, are you
Chris and
about to say
stuff
something
like that.
bad?
Hmm?
Are you about to say something bad?
No, no, no.
Controversial?
No, absolutely
Okay.
not. Uh,
Tell us about black culture.
African Americans really do appreciate having a job. It's almost a trope in their culture that, oh, my man's got 2 jobs, my man's got 3 jobs, blah, 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 blah. And with an economy with a historically low black unemployment, you're going to see African Americans have more money in their pocket. They're going to be more successful. They're going to be happier. Because, I mean, it's just a human symptom that we have that when we have a job and we're making money and we're prosperous, we're happier. You're always happier when you're making money, you're doing something, you're out every day, than when you're sitting at home bored out of your mind.
That's interesting. Hmm.
So, and there's a lot of people in the African American community that see having 2, 3, even sometimes 4 jobs as a point of pride. Especially for like the husband to have that many jobs, it's a point of pride for quite a few in the African American community.
So on that same level, do you think the way he's interacted with, say, Kanye West and Cardi B and the Kardashians, do you think that's helped Trump in that community?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now,
I
is
think
Kanye
he's had a
West like?
in the community.
Yeah. Now, Kanye West does not hold nearly the reputation with the African American community that like Al Sharpton or Snoop Dogg does,
Right.
but he still holds that he still could come out and say, "Hey, look, this guy's actually working for us. This guy's improving our lives. You have jobs now. You can go out and get employed next day. It's
A lot of criminal
possible."
justice reform he's done for the black community as well, which was interesting. I didn't expect that from Trump.
Yeah, and
Yeah, when before he got elected, when me and you were having, talks and debates and wagers on who was going to win, you would have never guessed that I would have said anything positive about Trump. But he's done a few good things. Overall, dude's a total douche, but he has done a few good things. I'll give him that. I mean, I own a business, and we've never been better than under this economy. Honestly, I can't stand the dude, but business wise, tax wise, everything, we've never been better.
exactly. Well, and that's my whole point is you may not like what he says, but you got to ignore what he says and look at what he does. His actions hold way more value than what he says. And we talked about this a little bit. He likes to say those outlandishly horrible things to distract the media so that he
So
can do
from
what
a
he actually needs to do.
from a journalistic standpoint, I wish Trump tweeted 1,000 times a day. From a regular voter standpoint, I wish they would delete his damn account. Like,
Absolutely.
and I'm stranded in that middle space. Like, as a journalist, I love to see the stuff that he tweets and get that real raw emotion from him directly, and we don't have to go through a press secretary. But on the flip side, as a regular voter, I think that he just needs to have his Twitter taken away if he's going
Uh,
to win.
yeah, he absolutely probably does need to have his Twitter taken away. Actually, I would love to see, like, at 10 o'clock, whatever time zone he's in, his Twitter stops working until about 8 a.m. Like, no
Right. I
matter
mean,
what. From 10 to 8 is like being grounded. No Twitter.
so I know we're talking about candidates, but just a wild thing. We've never, ever, ever in the life of the presidency had a president that didn't come down to the Oval Office by like 7 a.m. and get their day started. Whereas Trump spends the first 3 hours a day in the executive residence as administration time, personal time, and he tweets and watches TV. It's just like it's a whole different world. We got a social media president is essentially what we got, and I have to wonder if a lot of the folks aren't tired of that and are going to look for a candidate that maybe isn't so wild online. And none of the candidates that are even in the race, the 12 or 13 that are left, none of them have anything wild going on social media. They're super tame. Yang has some funny tweets occasionally. Bloomberg had a couple of funny ones after the last debate, but
Mhm.
everybody else's Twitter is pretty boring. It's like it's managed, well, it is managed by several press folks that filter everything out. So, I mean, I don't know if that helps or hurts them, with being used to what Trump's been doing.
I think it hurts them. I'm going to be honest with you. I truly do think
I
it
have,
hurts them.
I think I agree with you. I think it might.
I mean, we're in an age of social media. So let me go through my phone right quick. And I'm not a big social media guy under any circumstance. So I have Snapchat, iFunny, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and I mean that's not including any work-based ones, Reddit, um, LinkedIn.
So you
I mean
said
everything on
you're not
my
a big
phone's
social
social
media
media.
guy, but you just named off like 10.
Exactly. TikTok, I have that. I've never even been on TikTok, but I have it on my
You,
phone.
wow. I'm kind of
Uh,
disappointed that you're not TikToking, though, let's be honest.
you know what? If I get enough, I'll probably be TikToking. Uh, let's get me a little bit bigger, and I'll be TikToking. How about that? I've been
Sounds
doing
like a
all this
deal.
TikTok stuff. So, but and again, I'm on maybe my Facebook every now and then, maybe my Twitter. I mean, my Twitter's been dead for 6 months until I got back into streaming, and now it's like, okay, let me try to tweet at least 2, 3 times a day, stuff like that.
Twitter's my primary social media, with Facebook being second.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Because I started following you yesterday. It's like, hey, let me follow Jason. Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, that's all over the place. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Twitter's like the uncensored version of my day.
Fair
Facebook is
enough.
like the family friendly version of my day. And then everywhere else is just work related.
Fair, fair. Can't blame you on that. But
I
so
also do not have a Twitch account.
you do not have a Twitch account.
I do
Th-
not have a Twitch account yet. I will probably end up with one, but I do not have one yet.
They're nice to have.
I mean,
Uh,
not. Sorry, the funny dancing one, TikTok.
oh, the TikTok, yeah.
TikTok is what I meant. See, I don't even know what to call it.
And no one does. But no, and one of the reasons why I want to do this on Twitch is there's not a lot of people doing political stuff on Twitch, and I feel it's an empty platform that could really use some. I
No, I,
mean,
I agree that I've seen a lot of gaming on it, and the, okay, as a guy who doesn't use Twitch, the one thing I remember on Twitch is the reporting of the girls that were earning tens of $1,000s a month for like near naked gaming
yeah.
on Twitch. And they were getting sponsorships and crazy amounts of money. That's the one thing I remember about Twitch that sticks out in my mind.
Oh yeah, like Bad Bunny and stuff like that. I could go on Twitch right now and find at least 30 women next to naked. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
like no bra, shirt cut down to like here, like middle of the chest. Like, oh, okay. So
Is that a sexist thing, or is that a thing for bros too? Do
it
bros able to get paid like that?
no, no, not at all. It's
No,
completely
just a girl
sexist.
thing.
Yep, just a
Fair
girl
enough.
thing.
So
Little
you left out someone this whole time. Then what about Mike?
Bloomberg, yes. Okay,
I've
so
been itching to hear about this.
so I feel like Bloomberg's not going to do anything this time. I feel 2024 is going to be his big day. Okay. I think Mike Bloomberg's doing a lot like what Trump did. So people forget this. Trump ran before 2016. He dropped out extremely quickly, but he ran before 2016. He ran in 2012. And it
Well,
was
he threatened
literally,
the past 20 elections. It seems like.
yeah. So, and I think that's what Mike Bloomberg's doing. Mike Bloomberg's finding out where his advertising dollars will go to best use because I see him on YouTube constantly advertising, and it's almost annoying. I want to stab the man,
I mean,
but
let's be real. Talking about the guy that told New York City that their sugary beverages were too large and they were fat, and he tried to impose a tax on large sugary beverages. If you wanted a extra large drink at McDonald's, you couldn't get it without paying $6 extra. I mean, that's pretty big reach for
Yeah,
government, and he stands by it. I mean, I don't classify myself as any certain party. I'm probably more a mix between independent and libertarian than anything. I don't like the government in my business at all.
yeah.
So I just don't know how Mike would go over with the everyday American with his history of, swatting people's hands down when they try to do things and reaching out and kind of government overreach.
I think he'll have to get past that. I think he'll have to promise a lot less government overreach. But
Hey,
your
I
average
won't touch
Democrat loves
soldiers in America.
overreach.
I mean, what was the last report that came out? It was like 63% of Americans are obese. I
Yeah.
mean, they're going to look at him and just smack him if he tells them that.
Well, and again, look at it this way: this new generation, the millennial generation, is super health conscious. I mean, we're eating avocados. We're cooking our own meals that are super healthy. Whole Foods is taking off like a freaking plague. Um,
That's true.
so they may see it, and he may get a lot of those Bernie bros that are health freaks because Bernie's not running again. Let's be honest. This is Bernie's last shot. At this point, he's already too old. If he tries to run again, it's going to be like, so here's a skeleton. Congratulations, you're the nominee. And I think Mike Bloomberg will get those people because, I mean, let's be honest, the morbidly obese are not getting out to vote. A, they can't fit in their cars.
Wow. Say that again so we can get a mark on that audio. What was that?
Oh, come on.
No, I'm kidding.
No, seriously. No, I'll say it. I don't care. The morbidly obese cannot get in their cars. I work at AT&T as an authorized retailer. Some of you people need to chill out on the McDonald's. Like, I love McDonald's. Don't get me wrong. I eat McDonald's 2, 3 times a week. Okay? What I see coming into my store is some of the most unhealthy people. Now, on the flip side, that's your right. If you want to be unhealthy, that is absolutely your right to be as unhealthy as you want to be. That's on
That's a
you.
very libertarian view. That's I like that.
But
Like you
don't
want to
come
go
to
kill
me and
yourself
complain.
with drugs, sugar, or anything else, that's your right to do it.
Yeah, it's your right. And I will say this till I die. My neighbor, 2 houses down to the left and all the way at the end of the street on the right, are doing crack right now. It's
Wow.
8:05 in the morning.
8 in the morning and they're doing crack.
They're doing
I
crack.
can,
This is when they're lighting up because they'll be walking the street all day. They're crack meth heads. They have every right to do that because they don't bother me.
I'm over here drinking water. I'm a no sugar guy, so I mean,
Oh,
it wouldn't affect me, but just for my neighbors, I do support their rights to kill themselves with sugar.
yeah, absolutely. That's their choice. If you ever watch my stream, you'll know I'll have about 3 or 4 of these typically during the stream, and the stream only lasts about a couple hours at best.
Dr. Pepper, nice. So,
Yeah,
quick questions. Let's say that Hillary pops into the race.
auto loss.
Who does she get as her running mate, though?
She'll pick Warren, hands down. She'll pick
Now,
Warren.
female ticket,
All female
dude. No,
ticket.
no, that never stands a chance. Never.
She'll either pick Warren or, worst case scenario, she picks Kamala Harris to try to get the black vote.
No, no way. There's a female who. I think she goes crazy and chooses Mayor Pete.
You think she chooses Buttigieg
I think she will.
even after the AR-15 comment?
Absolutely, because she'll tone that down.
She'll tone him down.
I think so. I think she jumps in, chooses Mayor Pete. Crazy wild conspiracy prediction here. She enters the race, chooses Mayor Pete. She gets the women vote. She gets the LGBT vote. She gets the young person's vote. I mean, some people maybe die in the process. Life happens. This is politics. I think that's what happens.
Yeah. I can see Pete Buttigieg going out there. We're going to take away. Pete, do you want to commit suicide next week? No. No. Okay. We will think about taking things. Sorry, Miss Clinton. Go sit in the
Right.
corner.
Yeah, I can hear that relationship forming just exactly like that.
I mean, that's literally how it always seems to be with Hillary. Hey, do you want to commit suicide next week? Because we could go down that path right now. You can
Like
get suicidal
backstage,
real quick.
she would have one of those BDSM whips smacking him with it. I can see that.
Oh God, poor Pete Buttigieg. I'm sorry. Hillary Clinton could come to me all day long. It's like, hey, I want you to be my VP. No, and I'm going to go and publicly announce that I am not suicidal. Never have I been suicidal, and I am of sound mind. Now, that being said, I'm sure I will become suicidal within about 20 minutes of this conversation ending.
Yeah, I don't think she could pull a female ticket off. I just don't think that that's going to happen.
But
Not being
that's
sexist, I don't know.
now that being said, Trump will just demolish her. I mean, absolutely, no matter what she picks. Because she spent the last 3 years running around saying I should be president while not being
Well,
in the
let's not
White House.
forget though, she won the popular vote. Not that that matters, but she did win the majority of the popular vote.
She did.
The
But
majority of Americans chose her over Trump. That's
in
not how
that,
you get elected, but that's what they chose.
yeah. And the problem is, she's old and set in her ways, and she's going to do the exact same thing she did. She's going to assume that she has, certain states in the bag, not worry
She's going to
about
buy
them.
her fireworks, right?
She's going to what? I'm sorry, you cut out for a second.
She's going to buy her fireworks ahead of time, like she did last time, and
Yep.
assuming she's going to.
Well, and honestly, I would be pissed at CNN and MSNBC and NBC because they kept telling her, "Hey, you're going to win. Don't worry, Hillary. You're going to win. This is going to be a landslide. 270 votes to you, one vote to Trump. I don't even know how he's going to get one single electoral, but he'll get one electoral."
A couple
And
hundred later, here we were.
yeah, Hillary's over there election night. She's like, "Okay, so which button do I press to shoot off the fireworks? Is it the red one or is it the green one?" And everyone's like, "Oh, Miss Clinton, you didn't win." No, no, I won. I won the popular vote. I won. No, 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 that's not how that works, lady. Oh, so no, she's
You
done
know, I was sad to see drop out of the race was Cory Booker. I
that.
thought Booker's a real chance.
You thought Booker had a chance, Mister Angry Eyes, Mister Potato
I
Head?
did. I did. I thought Booker stood a chance. I was sad to see him drop out.
Now I can see a Booker Buttigieg ticket all day long, or a Buttigieg Booker ticket all day long. I can see
That'd
that.
be interesting.
It'd be black, it'd be LGBT,
You got to
but
get all the potpourri pot there.
yeah, you got to get all the identity politics. Just wrap it all up. And so what they need is a gay African American woman, Holocaust survivor, and just throw her out on stage. So
So
it's almost a
maybe
guaranteed
we could
win.
get a Hillary Yang ticket.
I think Yang has more self respect to go for Hillary. I have faith in my boy Yang to have more respect for himself than put himself on a Hillary ticket. Because once you put yourself on a Hillary ticket, there's no going back from that.
Yeah.
Especially if she loses again. Because let's be honest, a Hillary ticket is not a winning ticket. I mean, she's already got curb stomped by Trump, and I can't see her wanting to get another stomping by crazy Cheeto man.
I don't know. I just think she's gonna run. I'm gonna hold to that. Think Hillary's gonna be on the ticket when it comes out in print.
Okay, okay, you think Hillary's going to be able to take it again? I respect that.
I really do.
And she keeps dropping hints about it. It's like the
It's
worst
not a
foreplay
popular
ever.
opinion, but short of Oprah, it's the best opinion.
Yeah. And again, like I said, this is the worst foreplay ever. I mean,
It really is. This is the most. I don't even know how to describe the ticket that we've got. The choices now, they're just so boring.
they
There's no one
are.
exciting. There's no one that says, "Hey, let's get out and vote." I mean, frankly, if this is the Democratic ticket as it stands today, I'm probably not taking time off work to go vote. I mean, honestly, these folks are boring. And I do worry that a lot of other folks that voted Democrat in the last election kind of feel the same way and are like, I've got no good choice. I'm just not going to bother with it. And, you get a lot of shit for that if you don't vote, you don't have an opinion, blah, 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 et cetera. But I mean, in reality, when it comes down to the election day, things happen, life happens. You're at work, and if you don't make that a priority and you're not excited about going to vote,
You're
you
not
might
going
just
to.
yeah.
I mean, that's just
Yeah,
how it
there's
is.
there's no one that makes me want to leave work to go vote right now. There's not, and that probably means that Trump would win again.
Well, just as an incumbent president and with the economy that he has, absolutely is going to win again. I mean, there's no question.
And part of me says, I could enjoy 4 more years of social media of this dude, as
Hey,
bad as that is, and as bad as his policies are, and as much as I hate the dude. I mean, I have to admit I do enjoy his social media.
his social media is a great thing for people in your exact position. You could do a Scoops Trump for the next 4 years.
Yeah,
Be
we
like,
don't do anything national, but personally, I enjoy it. I
yeah.
mean, he just and I enjoy the way that he. I hate the fact that he skips the press, but I also enjoy it.
Well, it gives people a more direct access feel to him, and it feels like he's talking to us directly, which is one
Well,
of
it
his
makes it
big
much
selling
easier. Like
points.
if he went to a press secretary, we would never hear half the shit he says.
No,
We
no,
we get the unfiltered version, which I do enjoy.
yeah, it's like let me see how to put this. It's like going from Cartoon Network with the regular Democratic president or regular president, and Trump is the Adult Swim version. You know,
Basically, that's a
they're
good
putting
analogy.
on like Japanese anime where people are slicing off each other's arms. They have Aqua Team Hunger Force, so they're like, yeah, there's a space robot that likes to rape people and eats crackers. It's Aqua Team Hunger Force. Just go with it. It's Rick and Morty. Just go with it. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's funny. I like it. Let's do it.
There's still some no names left in the race, though. Do you think those guys are going to drop out soon? Or are they going to give up? Or are these guys going to hold on? Like you got Steyer, the guy that has all those damn commercials about the president needs to be impeached, and he's crazy on these commercials. But I mean, he's still hanging in there. I don't think he has like 0.000% in polling, but I mean, he's still there. You think they'll hold it out to the end, or are they eventually going to give it up?
I think he'll hold it out to the end. I don't know if he will
Tulsi, so
stay specifically,
Tulsi,
but I think a lot of them
Tulsi
will
Gabbard.
stay till the end.
Is she not the most annoying person in the world, Tulsi Gabbard?
Actually, I like Tulsi Gabbard.
You do.
Yeah.
A Democrat you like? Okay. What do you like about her?
Uh, just from the little bit that I've heard from her, and I promise you, I haven't heard a lot because I've tried to stay away from the DNC debates because they sound suicidally boring.
They
Uh,
are.
sh-
You're not
she's
missing anything.
she's one of those candidates that just seems like, hey, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be honest about it, and that's what I'm going to do.
She's
And
pretty
it's
boring about it. Yeah. She's got no pizzazz, no like oomph. Like, hey,
no,
it's Tulsi. No, no one's cheering except for her family that shows up at the rallies, I think.
yeah, and that's probably her voting party right there is the
Probably.
Galmer party.
The friends and family.
Yeah. But I mean, at least she's honest about it, and she's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna raise taxes, but you know what? You're gonna get blankety blank for it." And he's like, "Oh, okay.
Right.
Have a little razzmatazzle." No. Oh, okay. I like a little razzmatazzle,
So
but
what about Trump's running mate? What do you think it'll be in 2020?
oh, it still pins.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
There's been
yeah.
rumblings that Pence doesn't want to run again.
Really?
Really?
So,
As recently as last week, I heard that.
so
That wasn't a
Pence.
CNN show, so I don't know much about its validity, but
Well, okay. So let me put it this way: Pence is a good running mate for Trump because no one will impeach and convict Trump with Pence in the background. There's not a Democrat alive.
well, I'll tell you right now, if you go to whitehouse.gov, the official, don't go to whitehouse.com because that's a porn site, by the way. But if
Oh,
you
it
go to
is.
Whitehouse,
Wow. Know what I'm doing after
so,
this?
so back when I was in a short story moment, back when I was in high school, and this has been 20 years ago, 22 years ago, something like that. I graduated in 98. So and I don't know if it's still the case. I haven't been there. I guess I could go look. But we had an assignment and we had to research the White House.
Hmm.
And of course, the internet was brand new and we all went to whitehouse.com. That turned out to be a porn site. And I think it probably still is. Let's see here. No, someone has bought it since then. So whitehouse.com used to be a porn site. It doesn't appear that it is anymore. So yeah, anyway, so whitehouse.gov, where I was going with that, has a current video on there that says gay people should be burned and face the consequences of the devil. And you know who says this?
Yeah, Pence.
Mike Pence. And it's on the freaking government website of whitehouse.gov. And that was a big story yesterday I seen on one of the stations. So, I mean, I don't know. Pence is getting some backfire, but he also brings in that real religious component that stand by him and his wife. And I think he brings that to the table for Trump. So I don't know. But
Yeah.
I've heard rumblings that he wasn't interested in running again in 2020.
I think he will. Um, let's see. I'm trying to find this whole burning the gays thing because I've not seen that yet.
Yeah, I just caught it yesterday. Let's see here.
Probably under social programs. Let's just type in gays.
Oh, it looks like he attended it. He didn't say it.
So he just intended a like crazy religious thing.
And it's posted on whitehouse.gov.
Okay. And again, I don't think that's correct in Christianity that we should be hating on the gays because Christianity tells us to love everyone. That's just what it does. It says, hey, look, not everyone's going to follow what the good book says, but that doesn't mean hate them. Just show them the way, you know? And that's one thing I can't stand about certain Christians is they're like, oh, no, Muslims are wrong. Gays are wrong. They're evil. It's like, no, they're not evil. They just have not been shown the way, and it is your job to show them by being an upstanding character and show them nothing but love, respect, and compassion. You realize Jesus hung out with whores, thieves, and murderers, right? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what Pence kind of brings to the table, though. He brings that religious right to Trump. I mean,
yeah.
that's how they get to vote for him.
And here's the thing: no Democrat's going to vote to impeach Trump when Pence is standing right behind him with the electrocution prods. Like, second I get elected, the gays they're going to get it. I mean, no one's going to let that guy run be president. I mean, that's not happening. I mean, there would be mass hysteria from the gay community, like fleeing to every other country.
They would all leave the U.S. Yeah.
They would just immediately bail. It's like, oh shit, I didn't know that guy was gay. Well, I guess he didn't want to get electrocuted, so that's fair.
So
I mean,
there's we've been talking about the Democratic candidates, but there's two others that are running. And leave it to me, I did not know this until I was looking at some show prep this morning. There's two other candidates running against Donald Trump for the Republican nomination. Did you even know that?
I did not. Why? That is the dumbest thing ever.
Walsh and Weld, one old white man, one young white man, are running against Trump for the Republican primary.
Well, that's pointless.
Yeah, um, Weld is an old white guy with the turkey neck there. Bill Weld, and then Joel Walsh, a younger white guy. He's a former congressman for Illinois, and Weld's a former governor of Massachusetts. And they
Okay.
have put their hat in the race to run for the Republican nomination against Trump. Of course, they have no chance of winning, but I don't know. I guess they're just trying to get back into politics.
I mean, that's a hell of a way to do it. Run against Trump, and I mean, I
I mean, there's no
guess
chance to get the nomination, but I mean, it gets their name out there again.
yeah, it does get their name out there again, and it would be good for a 2024 run to already have your name kind of circulating in the background.
Ex- Exactly. You've
I
got some
think
press, you've got some Google hits there.
I think that's what Bloomberg's doing is trying to get his name kind of out there, so in 2024 he can really start spending the big bucks and actually doing real campaigning.
Right. Well, Bloomberg has said that he's putting all his campaign money. He's kind of already admitted, he's not going to get the nomination, and he's already said that he's going to support whoever does get the nomination in ways that they've never been supported before, and he has all kinds of money to do that with. I mean, obviously, so I mean that kind of interests me as well. If Biden, God forbid, gets the nomination and he gets all Bloomberg's money behind it, I mean, I don't know that he's going to be stoppable.
Mike
I
Pence,
guess.
Mike or no, Joe Biden. Joe Biden's his own worst enemy. He needs someone to talk for him. There's a reason everyone loved him during the Obama presidency. He never said shit. We didn't know he couldn't
Right.
talk. Obama was charismatic. He had a great speaking voice. He could talk very articulately, or very good articulation in his speech pattern. Joe Biden's like, back in my day, we listened to the infographic show and blah 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 and we only beat the gays when we had to. And what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, no, there's not a candidate in the field that is great. All of them have flaws, and I don't know. I just don't like any of them. I'm just looking at the list here on the screen again, and there's if I had to choose one that's currently running of the 12, it would be Yang. Like if I had to pick one, if I was someone drove me to the polling place because I wouldn't get out and do it on my own and waste my time, but I would probably pick Yang.
There you go, Yang Gang. Yeah.
If I have to choose one of the 12, it would be Yang. I mean, it's not going to be you, Warren, because, well, I just can't stand her. And she's got like binders for everything. And I just don't like her. Sanders, no, he's too old. Biden's too old. Bloomberg, I'm too libertarian for him. Mayor Pete, I would love to see a gay president. I'm a gay man. I would love to see a gay president. Pete's not it. Pete wants to take my guns. Pete's not getting my guns. Come get them, Mayor Pete. That's what I have to see. And then you got like Klobuchar, she's gonna fade away. Gabbard's gonna fade away. Delaney, Stein, um, they're all gonna fade away probably right after this next debate. So I mean, yeah, I would have to be Yang. No one else is on there. Like Biden would be what would seem like the natural choice, but I can't deal with Biden. He's got too much Botox. I'm gonna get some hate mail for that. But he's got too much Botox. Like, dude, just like he has no facial expressions other than that same smile. So you can't really tell if he's looking at side eye when he's feeling up some girl's hair. What's he really looking at? I don't know. The Botox is hiding it. Is he smiling and grinning, frowning? Who knows? He's just too Uncle Joe. No, I can't do that.
Can't
And
do
then
Uncle Joe,
Bernie,
huh?
can't do Uncle Joe, and then Bernie is he's like this crazy old man with the frayed up hair, like the crazy professor and has all these wild ideas, and he's been doing this like he's been running in every damn election for like 45 election cycles. We're at 45 presidents, 46, right? So he's ran like every president since America was founded. It seems like, he's that old basically. So I mean, yeah, I just can't do it. So it would leave me with Yang. I mean, I would love to have a female president too. Warren also is not it. Like she just doesn't have anybody's attention, I think.
No. Well, and that's the problem. The media is fawning over her when she doesn't
They're
have a
trying
shot in hell.
on us, but I don't think anyone's lapping up the milk.
No, no, the milk's sitting out there. It's gone spoiled at this point. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no one drinking any of the milk.
I mean, even my most staunch Democratic people that I know are like, yeah, Elizabeth Warren can take an 8-inch dildo in the ass for all I care. I'm not voting for her. And it's like, why? She called Bernie a sexist. Bernie's not sexist. I mean, you can lie. In politics, you're supposed to lie, okay? That's gonna happen. You're gonna lie. If I come out and tell you healthcare is gonna be free, technically for some people it will be free because they won't pay me into the system, but other people it won't be. You can't have an absolute lie like that. I mean, you just can't be that absolute in a lie. Like you can't tell, like Pete Buttigieg, you can't tell people, hey, we're gonna take your AR-15, screw the Second Amendment. No, you're not. There's not
Yeah,
a
anyone
Supreme
that said
Court that
that
will
is
say
committing
that.
career suicide.
Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna have enough on the Supreme Court to ever get that passed. The states are never gonna ratify it. I mean, it's not possible, and you can just go ahead and forget that. That's a delusion that you're not gonna get. Now, let's talk about future candidates, because this is gonna be fun. I want to see
Oh,
AOC run.
all right. Man, yeah, can't believe you went there.
I did. I went there. I went there, Jason. I will go there like a campy. Uh,
How do you feel about AOC?
she's an insane human.
She really is. Like, oh my God. Like, I am a mostly Democrat, sometimes independent, sometimes libertarian, but I just can't. So, okay, there's two things here. I love her to death, and I can't stand her all at the same time. Like, she is so real. She's so, what's the word we would used to say? We would be like, I'm sheltered, right?
Yeah.
Like, she grew up sheltered. I mean, she was waiting tables before she got elected. Like she didn't have the money to move to DC, immediately to work things out between her last paycheck at at the bar she worked at in her tips to building up a deposit. I mean, it's so millennial. It's so American. So I love that. But at the same time, she's just so damn dumb. Let's be honest.
It's like, okay, AOC, this is a really hard question. 2 plus 2, 12. No,
Right.
no, no.
Like
What?
what was it? Her garbage disposal got stopped up, and she like didn't know what it was or some shit. Remember that?
Yeah, like, how do you not know what a damn garbage disposal is at my age? Because she's 27. She's right about my age, right?
Yeah, she's so young. Wait, she is 27, so that means it would be a few years before she could run again, obviously, because you have to be 35, right?
Yeah.
So she'd be a couple of cycles out. Do you think she would? I don't know. Do you think she would get the support if she ran?
She's got to stop talking.
Well, they said that about Trump, and he didn't, and it helped him.
Uh, maybe it's the great reversal. We'll call it the great reversal. We had Trump, never politician, says random shit that no one likes, gets elected. AOC, career politician for quite a while, says random shit no one likes, gets elected.
I
I
mean, it could
mean,
work.
now AOC versus Mitt Romney, AOC would wipe the floor with Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney is the blandest white
Yeah,
person
I
possible.
agree.
Mitt Romney was not the pick to have. Like, there were so many better picks than Mitt Romney to go up against Obama. It's like, really? You got generic white person 3 out here. I want a generic white person 1 or 2. Why'd you get 3? God, 2 levels behind 1. Damn it. But no, so
I don't know.
dumb.
Who do you think would be her running mate if she ran?
She'd pick Rashida Tlaib.
Okay,
Absolutely.
female,
She'd keep with the squad or Kamala Harris.
the squad. Oh God, not Harris. Okay,
Harris is just terrible.
man.
But
Yeah, I couldn't go for Harris
no, I can't blame you at all on that.
because let's be real. If AOC gets president, security is going to have to be increased like crazy. So if something happens to her and then you're stuck with Harris, man, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
people that don't like AOC with a passion. A lot of backwoods country, middle of Kentucky people.
a lot of pretty progressive liberals hate AOC because it's like she makes us look retarded.
I'm one of them.
Okay, it's like, to put it in perspective, it's like when the Klan comes to the RNC meetings. It's like, guys, we're not you. Okay, you make us look terrible. Can you go sit in the corner? You're making
Man,
us look bad. We don't. Yeah, we can't really kick you out because it's a free country, but just don't tell anyone you're part of us. And that's
right.
what a lot of progressives feel about AOC. Hey, look, okay, you're progressive, great. Shut up and sit in the corner.
Yeah,
Just
don't tell anybody about it. Just be
yeah,
progressive quietly.
just be that quiet progressive. Could you be the silent generation? That'd be great. You need to be the silent generation.
She's kind of kicked the most people that are elected to Congress and Senate. I don't know if you know this, but they spend about 30 hours a week in one of the call centers there for their party, drumming up money, essentially, fundraising.
Mhm.
And they do that to get the support of the party, when they run again. And she has totally bucked the system on this. And she's done 0 hours a week since she's been elected. And she says she's not going to. She's not going to help fundraise for the party. She has no intentions to. So I think that might be the only thing, unless she runs as an independent, that would keep her from running.
See, and I think that's going to kill her. I think that's absolutely going to wreck her as far as what she's doing. But hey, man, it's 8:30. This is about when I typically cut the podcast. Uh, so I do want to thank you for coming out. It was really nice talking to you. And honestly, I think what I'm going to do, and I'd like to invite you in a very public forum. I'm doing the DNC debate.
Oh, nice.
We're going to have a live chat during live commentary during the DNC debate. So why don't you give that a little thought? And if you want to, I'd love to have you back, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully by then Hillary will declare.
Well, I mean, it's what, February 7th is the next
Right.
debate?
We got another week.
Yeah, another week. I think she might. She might. She keeps throwing out that she wants to rerun. So, I always like an easy win for my president. So why not?
We might have to make another wager if that happens.
Shoot, you still got to pay up on the first wager, man.
We might do a double or nothing. Let's see.
All right, all right. I can be down for a double or nothing. Absolutely. But anyways, I think we'll go ahead and cut it here. And hey, thank you for coming on. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. So everyone, thank you for coming into the stream. We do appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream right now. Talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.